of Mayor Lori Lightfoot walking out of City Hall for the very last time. And there you see her with her wife walking out of City Hall. They're about to take the elevator. This will be her last time walking out of City Hall as mayor of the city of Chicago. We are told that she will get into a 1940s Cadillac, and down below you see a number of staff members, supporters who are waiting for her to come down that elevator, and there she is. The last time you saw a scene like this was back in 2019 when Rahm Emanuel walked out of office for the very last time, and they will applaud her as she leaves City Hall this afternoon.
You see all of the supporters and all of the staff at City Hall with their phones up recording this important moment. Of course, she will still be mayor through the weekend and into Monday before Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson takes the oath of office. But Lori Lightfoot, the 56th mayor of the city of Chicago, taking office in a resounding victory over Toni Preckwinkle in all of the city's wards, claiming that office as the first black woman, the first openly gay person to take that office, and has been noteworthy for a whole host of reasons here. Her most proud moment, her most proud initiative there is investing in neglected neighborhoods, as she put it, throughout the city of Chicago. We've been hopeful to be able to maybe have an exit interview with her to talk about her legacy, her fond memories of leading the city of Chicago since 2019, but she has been really reticent to be able to do that as she prepares now to enter private life as a Chicago citizen.
And no word on what comes next for the mayor. She has not made that announcement yet. We do know that come Monday, she continues to be mayor over the weekend. Come Monday morning, there will be that special inauguration for the new mayor of the city of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, who won this recent election against Paul Vallas, forcing a runoff election. And it was Paul Vallas against Brandon Johnson. Mayor Lightfoot at the time didn't make that runoff election, but there you see all of her supporters, and in a new sort of tech world, you can see everybody with their phones up trying to live stream it or take pictures of her as she says and gives her final goodbyes to the city of Chicago and so many of her supporters.
Yeah, there she is. You can see her now in the center of the screen here as she makes her way through City Hall. And a big moment for her and for Amy Eshelman as they accept the applause for a great number of supporters there who want to give her their sense of gratitude for what she has done. She ran, of course, on a very progressive platform and immediately found challenges related to the pandemic, taking office pretty much just as that pandemic began and all of the difficulties that followed that time for this whole nation.
It's been a busy day for Mayor Lightfoot. She toured some of the projects, some of the programs that she endorsed and supported during her time in office. Of course, you mentioned, Ray, the Invest in Southwest and some of those programs that she's very proud of. And when she spoke earlier this week and sort of gave her remarks as she leaves office, she said that she will still be involved in Chicago, but this time as a private citizen, that she's very much rooting for the city of Chicago and wants it to do well. So the mayor appears to be leaving on a very positive note, high spirits, and you can see all of the folks there that have gathered downstairs of City Hall as she walks out for the very last time on this Friday evening.
Yeah, a very friendly crowd here bidding her adieu as she again enters private life here. She did speak briefly with city employees at City Hall earlier this week. City council members there giving her their gratitude for the initiatives and the leadership that she brought to bear for many others. It was a combative style leadership that they point to as the hallmark of her time in office. But for everyone gathered here today, it is not about the past. It is about what she is leaving here now with all of the celebrations and gratitude that folks are feeling here for the last 4 years during her time in office.
And quite the crowd that has gathered even on a rainy Friday afternoon, right? To see her as she goes off again. I said a 1940s Cadillac, right. So quite a ride that she will be in this evening as she leaves City Hall along with her wife and a number of her supporters. There are a lot of cameras either live streaming today's celebration or today's announcement, or as she leaves office. But it's been, as I said, a very busy day for her. She started the day touring some of the areas of Invest Southwest projects. She also signed, we are told, 10 executive orders that will help shore up some of her priorities that she's had during her time in office here. And she wanted to do that because she wants to make sure that those priorities, that those projects stay in place, or at least begin to stay in place as Brandon Johnson takes office. She's been very reflective of her time in office, some of the positive things that she feels she has done during the last 4 years. She says she's most proud of the city's investment in some of these neglected neighborhoods on the city's south and west side. Again, this send-off started at about 4:45 this afternoon. It will take quite a bit of time for her to clear out of that downtown area, but our cameras are watching. We do have a reporter there on the scene that will bring you a complete wrap-up of what's going on tonight.
It is quite a moment to watch Mayor Lori Lightfoot for the last time here leaving City Hall, and you can see a growing crowd of people there who are sending her off as she makes her way back into private life. And you hear the applause, and you see the umbrellas out as the rain is gently falling across the city here on this Friday afternoon.
All right, and you can listen in. We'll let you listen in as some of those folks give their well wishes to Mayor Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of the city of Chicago. Certainly, as she's talked about some of the wonderful things that she feels she's done during her time in office. There have always been a lot of critics to her style of governing in the city of Chicago. Even some of those critics during the last few weeks have, some of them have wished her well and hope that she continues to be involved in some way, in some capacity, in some form in the city when it comes to perhaps nonprofits or volunteer work. Her wife has also, over the course of time here in Chicago, has been very involved in volunteer work, particularly in Chicago public schools. So I imagine that she will continue to have some involvement in some of those projects and programs.
And there you see her in that vintage Cadillac making its way away from City Hall, and the crowd of onlookers and their applause. You remember Mayor Lightfoot came out of relative obscurity to be vaulted into the leadership role over the city of Chicago in 2019. And you hear the bagpipes and you see the well-wishers there sending her on her way this afternoon.
Okay, we will continue to watch it. In the meantime, we do want to remind you of what's going to happen here over the course of the next few days. She will continue to be mayor through the weekend if anything were to happen here in the city of Chicago. And then come Monday morning, we will have a special inauguration, and there's the information on your screen. We will actually be carrying it live here at WGN, the mayoral inauguration of Brandon Johnson, which will begin at 10:30 a.m. here at WGN. In the meantime, we're going to send you to break, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.